Let's get right into the first major tip. Use more low kicks, because the more low kicks you're landing on your opponent, the more grapple advantage you get for your takedowns. You see how it's blinking blue for me? That means his takedown denial window is significantly smaller, and higher chance of me getting a takedown, especially with a grappler like Cain Velasquez with pretty much 5-star takedowns. This is prime Cain. Right there, we deny right. You guys gotta be careful that double transition. It kind of moved on to the next, like when I passed his guard, so I had to deny the second one as well, which was left. That's right. Posture up. I wouldn't really throw too many head strikes from half guard, because you can get flipped over or they can get up really easily. So I recommend is just landing some nice body hooks, from the half guard postured up position. From here, we deny right. That's up. He does get up, which is fine. We click R1 circle, try to, take him back down. He does deny, holding up to an R2. But for the most part, we're just trying to make him work and lower his cardio with the grappling. He's up against the fence. You see how the GA was on our side because we're blue corner. It made it a lot easier for us to get a takedown. And it also made it a lot harder for him to deny. He has a very short window to deny when I have higher GA on the feet. Same thing goes for when you're on the ground. Whenever you see that GA popping to the blue, just like that, you saw how fast that was. It was nearly instantaneous. And also use good grapplers, of course. That have really good transitions, top control, and the perks to really hold your opponent down. Look at that nasty ground and pound from prime Cain Velasquez. So we're going to be on to the next fight. This one's a little bit sloppier. We were facing a Kevin Randleman, but the opponent does come wild. So, we'll take advantage of that as much as we can. But definitely setting up your takedowns with boxing is going to help too. So, yeah, I don't know why he got up. It's very strange because Randleman could wrestle too. We're just trying to take our time, make the reads, punish the body as much as we can. We're just trying to pressure him with grappling, kind of like Cain would in real life. So, we're going to keep shooting. Yeah, I should have denied this. I didn't think he was going to keep going for it because he keeps getting back up. But that's fine. He throws overhand over our jab. Another pull body counter right there. And working the body is really good too. You're lowering the stamina. It's just a little bit of both. Target the body a little bit. Crack the legs when you can. It's going to be hard for opponents like this, charging in with big, meaty overhands. It's going to be a little bit harder for you to crack the leg. At the very least, counter to the body. Hit him to the body as much as you can. Because lowering his stamina is just going to make it easier for you to get submissions and rocks with ground and pound. So we clinch him up right here. We take the back. And then we pull backwards, away from our opponent's back. And as he is falling over, or as he's getting pulled down, I basically roll my stick downwards. And that just performed a nice back drag right there. It's a little bit, a higher level move. Definitely really good for fighters that don't have the backpack where you click R1 and triangle in that position. So that's a good alternative to get your opponent down to the ground. Because instead of just holding L2 and R2, he would have to deny with his left stick as well, which I believe is down for that one. We just keep denying him, posturing up, raining down vicious ground and pound with Cain Velasquez. Just gonna see where he's gonna go, and just like that, it's over. We got a Volkov. Yeah, Volkov is big as shit, man. Not gonna lie. It's gonna be a lot harder to, impose the boxing, because we are gonna be getting hit with long lethal weapons as we, come in the pocket. But you gotta bite down the mouthpiece. If you stay on the outside for too long, what ends up happening is he ends up kicking your body, teeping you, maybe kicking the legs, making those takedowns harder for you. So, you're going to have to go in the pocket. You're going to have to push forward. You're going to have to do what you got to do in this type of matchup, because staying at the distance is just not going to help you. We already landed 2 or 3 solid calf kicks. And it's going to show you how much easier it is to get takedowns when you start chopping your opponent's leg, because we get more GA for our takedowns, which, like I told you guys, makes it a lot harder. See how it's blinking blue? I gotta practice on paying attention to it more. It's kind of hard when you're, when you're exchanging combos or trying to, you know, land your own, get a nice single leg. That's another tip I can give you guys. You know, shoot your single legs out in the open and shoot your double legs when they're behind the black line and you got some GA. Because the single legs are a bit faster, so you're more than likely to get those single legs out in the open. You know, I learned that tip from Romero, so shout out to him. Yeah, we're just taking our time. We're doing some fakes, punching the body to build grapple advantage to make our transitions faster. Because if I just try to move without doing that, it's going to be very slow. But we deny him right there. Puncher GA. I was trying to do the stack guard thing where, you know, you have short-term stamina lead. Hold L1, R1, flick up. But I unfortunately didn't have stamina lead I needed, so we just did the get up. I was accidental. We're still imposing our boxing a little bit, trying to catch him, you know, with the intercepting cross, just like I taught you guys in the last video. And just trying to interrupt his combos and his rhythm. We deny left right there, trying to go left. He goes to the right. We're just throwing knees to the body. I highly recommend that from side control. Does really good damage and also lowers your opponent's stamina pretty well. So, you know, if you're trying to wear your opponent down with grappling like they do in real life, definitely knees from side control. He does get back up, which is fine. I was waiting on it, but if you guys didn't know, when you have your opponent's back to the fence and you're in that sprawl position just like we were, when they do the up get up, or if you do the up get up, it's significantly faster because the cage is behind you. Or the cage is behind, you know, the opponent that has you in sprawl. So, you know, if you're in that situation, definitely, you know, build a little bit of GA, just wait for one of his punches and then just go up. We're doing the same thing. See, we pretty much push through the guard when we have full grapple advantage because we're red corner. If you pay attention to the meter above. See, doing really, really well. We imposed a lot of our grappling. Being very tired. Look at that. Nice slip uppercut counter. And we're going to big bro him right here. Slam him on his back. Got him right in side control from the power single leg we shot off the rock. We deny up right there. Knees to the body. Deny up again. Just knee in the body. Just making him work. You know, from here. Now look, he went for a muscle modified transition basically. So, you know, that ate up a lot of stamina. Or more stamina than a regular transition. He did that by holding R1 in certain positions like side control, the sprawl. You can hold R1 for faster get-ups and transitions offensively and defensively, which is really cool. But in return, it takes a little bit more stamina, so use that at your own risk. He does get up, which is fine. We're going to shoot again, get him against the fence. We're going to turn it, and we got him down to the ground again. Just relentless pressure with the grappling, just like Kane would. Here we go. L1, R1, and we flick up. We just needed about a 10% short-term stamina lead. And right there, that got us the finish. Lethal ground and pound. Now up to the second feature fighter of this video, Fluffy Hernandez. You know, shout out to the viewers that suggested the fighters to use in this video. Because I wanted some really good grapplers that you guys want to see me use in this video. So look, you see how his back's against that fence? That up get up is super fast because of that. So if you're in that situation, we did the back drag again, where we took the back, moved away from our opponent, and as he was falling towards on the ground, which is easy to deny, we basically rolled our stick in the same direction, which is down. You don't want to reset your analog stick, so if you're pulling them backwards, you kind of just roll it down. You don't want to like let your left stick go back to the center and then go down, because it won't do it. It has to be like in the same motion. So if you're pulling it back to the left, you want to roll it down, not like go back to the middle and then flick down. That's not how it works. That's a mistake I used to make when doing back drags, but now I do them really well. We deny left. We're going to go for arm triangle because we have a significant short-term stamina lead. You don't want to go for it after one denial, because then, you know, if he starts faking in the submission, makes it easier for them to get out. But yeah, he backed out, unfortunately. That's going to be the story of today, you know. Doing grappling videos, no matter what, people are just going to back out. But we land a nice low kick, and we shoot on one of his strikes. We deny down. We deny right. That's up. And he's just kind of going all over the place. He is desperate to get up. So he went for the submission. We definitely deny up. We deny left. Just punching for GA. We deny it this time. We're going to go up, right into stack guard. And we're going to hold L1, R1 again. Flick right to get side control. It's a perfect way to pass the guard because you don't have to use stack guard as a way of damage. If you want to control your opponent like I'm doing right here, just go to side control. I love doing that all the time. He goes to the right. I kind of figured he was going to try to race it, so I waited for him instead of immediately going for my submission. And we anticipated a good transition denial and pretty much almost one tap submitted him. We're going to go right back to side control. He's going to go to the right again. This time we're going to go for the Kimura. He goes to the left. Now, of course, we're going to go for it immediately. We have all the GA. He has no stamina. And that's a GG. Yeah, there he goes. On to the next and final fight. We got Khamzat Chimaev. Slipped that cross right there. This guy's striking was a little bit weird. So, you know, we still got to be careful. We don't want to get caught too early, especially to the body. We want to have decent stamina control so we have enough, you know, stamina to really work, move around, submit him. So gonna take our time. I see he's holding low block a lot because he's probably anticipating a takedown a little bit too much. So we're gonna try to work the boxing a little bit as best as we can with Fluffy. Still taking my time with it. Basically just doesn't want to get taken down, so it feels like that he's Khamzat, so if he gets taken down, he's just gonna automatically get back up. That's not the case when you're facing a good grappler like me, because you're just gonna get held down regardless who you use if you don't know what you're doing. If I'm better than you with grappling, it is gonna be a long night. We deny left, we deny right. We go up. Look at this. He goes to the left, then he goes to the right, but we're not panicking. No stamina. Actually, we have one more. Oh, shit. That fight ended really quick. Damn. Yeah, that's how grappling videos be. Like, I thought that was the last one, but he left really, really fast. That's funny. I remember the last fight being Khamzat Chimaev, but we get another Khamzat, so we performed that trip right there. We caught his kick. We moved forward and clicked R1 in circle and put us right in side control. Right there is a submission counter. You hold L2, R2, and flick up in that position. You know, there's different ones. It's not always up. But, of course, you have to have a certain level of arm triangle to be able to do that. So, I believe it's 3 stars at the very least. So, definitely check the move levels or go into practice mode. Don't just assume someone has it and, you know, get reversed or letting somebody get up. So let's see what he's going to do. We're going to posture up in the mount. We're going to see if we can get a rock. It's a really cool tip. Look, we rocked him. Now we posture up, hold R1, L2, and that's a free armbar entry from full mount because he is rocked. He has to be rocked, so if he recovers, that won't be available. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.